on, girl.
Okay, this is Black Pearl Audris. 14-1. Her dad is Bullet. She's got a really nice mane coming in, real nice. And she's a bit of a fruitcake, hyper reactive to everything, and she is maturing into her brain and her self-confidence, where she's not near as fidgety. Good eater. She is going to be bred this year, the spring 2014, to Pompeii. So I'm guessing that we could get a blue roan, blue roan pearl.
Good girl, Audris. Good job. Good girl. Yeah.
Her mother is a mare, used to be named the Mystery Mare, now named Tapestry, here at this ranch. Whoa. I'm trying to stay out of the gopher holes as I move around to film. Got a real pretty day. Dark, threatening clouds. Oh, it looks so nice.
Come on, girl. Come on. Good girl.
So pretty to see dark clouds. That's so pretty. Now Audris is more of a mama's girl. She'll come to me if she wants to stop running. Good eater. Last couple farrier visits, she's pretty darn good.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
You can see she's a big mare.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Well, big by our standards. We like the smaller horses in a 13 hand, 13.3 range, because of the special athletes program we do. We've done it since the mid-90s. And it's hard for some of the volunteers to balance on a horse that's tall, that's 14 and over, because most of the students have fairly poor balance. So the sidewalkers have to be able to walk, focus on holding the kid upright, And depending on if the kid is stiff, we need to loosen them up. If they're loose, we need to tighten them up. So that's why we like our horses a little bit smaller, stocky and small. And just because we work with kids doesn't mean that they're all lightweight little elves. Some are a bit chunky. So we need a good stout horse that can take the weight. But they have to be able to do God's work. They have to have a sense of what's really a cue and what's not. For example, some of our kids give inappropriate leg cues. And special horses that know what's a cue and what's a spasm.
Come on. Come on. You can't be all lazy on us. Come on.
We were thinking of doing a breeding to Pompeii and a second breeding to Pompeii via embryo transplant. Oh, look who ran to Mom. Yeah, ran to Mom in the grass. She's snatching the green stuff on the run.
Girl.
Fast food.
Girl.
Still loving those clouds. So pretty hanging over the mountains. This mare's not for sale. We're just doing the video.
Good girl.
And to announce to the public early that we're probably going to do
Good girl.
2 babies out of her. Now remember, she's black pearl, and Pompeii is the true blue roan. She's about 14-1. I think he's 13-1.
Girl.
I think this mare was slow to mature emotionally, mentally. And I think that's why it took us a while to get her settled in. I don't know if it was our doing as much as Mother Nature's.
Girl. Girl.
She's really liking the salad bar. There There I am, shadowing across her. You know, my son's a big boy, so as he stands next to her, I'm going to try to get some shots of him standing next to her so you can see that she's a good size. That's a swarthy mare.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you.
Our horses, while in Arizona, are left out during the decent days and months in December, January, February, where our nights are not too cold and days are really pretty. They do a lot of exercise, a lot of running. We also change our feed schedule during the hot months, because in the hot months they stay in the stalls. They're oversized, over wide, over long, extra long shade, and they're mist cooled to keep the hooves moist and keep the temperatures down. But we change our diet in the really hot months, and just kind of keep them on a small amount of supplements, but mostly grass hay. And as it comes into November, we slowly pick up the calories. Slowly pick up the pellets, the rice bran. So by spring we have a pretty chunky group of kids. But I don't like feeding them hot food in the summertime. I think there's a danger in doing that. Keeping them cool is a beast. And we have the water coming down to cool them, the mist. We have extra long shade. You can't work them too heavy in the summertime because the ground is hot. So I'd like to get a couple more pounds on her, just to get that bum bigger and rounder and so on. But she's a chunky the monkey. There's a lot of girl there. She's not a ballerina. Should be more like a roller derby queen. I'm impressed with how gentle of a mare she's evolved to these past couple of months. Not as hyper-reactive, not fidgety, no white eye at every noise and movement. She kind of came into her own. But then again, she's surrounded by her mother and her sisters. How we ended up with Mystery Mare and her clan of babies. We have Audris, we have Cherubini through Wileen May, her last year's baby, a chestnut pearl named Halo, to Flash William. I think Cherubini's by Flash William too. Cherubini is smoky black, which will cross great with our Cremella stallion. And then our Audris here with this black pearl, boy, there's all kinds of good plans that you can do with this one.